Dismissed Catholic nun, Reverend Sister Anastasia Kinse, has claimed she has evidence to prove she was sexually harassed by a priest, but insists she will not make it public. She made the statement during an interview by newsmen, where she alleged that her dismissal from Veritas University in Abuja followed her attempt to expose alleged sexual misconduct within the church. Anastasia said she has both audio and video recordings implicating a priest, but has chosen to keep it private. She added that her complaints to church authorities were dismissed as persistent grumbling. She recounted several incidents involving priests, including unwanted advances and inappropriate physical contact. According to her, one priest allegedly attempted to touch her in his room, while another placed a belt on her waist to measure her size. The nun said she reported this incident to her superiors, but they told her to ignore the situation. She described the experiences as traumatic and claimed they were later used against her to label her unstable. The church has not yet issued an official response to her allegations. Now, a few weeks ago, from a nun, Anastasia did come out to call out the Catholic Church and the priest in Abuja, where she, in the convent she served in, to say many of the ladies there were being sexually harassed by the priests. And she was dismissed subsequently after making that report. What are your thoughts on this report?
Well, to me, she says she don't want it to go public. But like this, is it outside or public or inside? It's already outside, so there's nothing to hide. She should just go straight to the point and start telling her true story.
To tender the evidence?
Yeah. To me, I believe that's the best. And come to think about it, I never knew priests also have those things normal men have. Because being a priest, you've been bred to kill every thought of
the
sexual,
flesh.
Yeah,
right.
You understand. At the end of the day, you find out that somebody is coming, a nun is coming out to say, a priest feel like somehow.
Oh, last year, if I'm not getting it right, a priest did leave to marry, someone he has been seeing. He left, and I think he was subsequently suspended or something around that nature. So, of course, like I usually say, before people became men of God, they were first men of men.
Agreed.
Before, they concretely became men of God. But, with this sort of report, what is the precedent for people wanting to go into, this level of Christianity where you want to be a priest, you want to be a nun? Why do you think people now leave more often than it used to be back in the day?
Back in the days, before you become a priest, you start from your little age.
Okay.
Today, most people have finished university. After university, they decide to be a priest.
So they've already experienced the flesh.
They already know what is there to do. Before now, if your parents ask you to be a nun or a priest, they bring you up in the way of being that thing they want you to be. If you fall astray, immediately your parents will put you on the line again. But today, you will not tell me that a priest is now maybe 15, 16 years after secondary school. They play in secondary school alone. Before you go to the school that's just for priests, only men. Then you will still have the same situation of a priest becoming a gay. You understand? At the end of the day, if you weigh the options, as you said, men were men before they became men of God.
Right.
You understand? And this, for this very situation, probably this priest has been admiring this lady for a very long time. She just have to try and check her measurement of her hips or something.
But now, she has been dismissed. She has been, let out. She has been let go. What is the faith for other people, other nuns, going through this sort of, harassment, if I say so myself, against their will, and not wanting to budge, but if they come out to talk, they get thrown out? What is the fate for all those people still in the conventry and still being
The
nuns?
truth about it is, once you get thrown out, they give you the privilege to show your proof.
Okay.
They give you the privilege to testify. In a situation like that, the person coming to tell you as a leader that this is what is happening to me, the best you can do is to caution the priest. But at the end of the day, you say the person bringing the story to you should go. It's for the person to take the story outside. If I was that lady, today, this priest would be in problem.
So you think she should come out?
It's time to come out. Since they have thrown you out, what are you waiting for now? You're already outside, so just bring out everything.
But then the idea was to be in that place to serve God. Doesn't that bring the whole situation to ridicule when it comes
Can I make you understand something? When
Please.
it comes to Christianity, have you been to a church for the first time? You believe everybody that's there. Probably you listen to them on the radio, you see
Right.
the church on the TV.
Okay.
You believe there's God here. You decide to worship with them. The first day of going to the church, one usher just put you on a tension that you don't need. In short, you don't need to be here. For example, you drop your Bible, you went to ease yourself. As you come back, she carried your Bible and keep outside that you're not supposed to sit inside here. And you're new in that church. How will you feel? You feel bad, right? The same thing happening there. If you're being thrown out when you decide to worship God, the truth about it is that you come out fully and tell the world what your story is. Because to them, they will send the story every other place that you're the person seducing the priest. They believe they have their own story to cover up.
Right.
But now, according to her, she has evidence. There's nothing there. Bring her your evidence. Let the world see what the church is all about.
Thank you so much for your insight on that report. But then again, you know that over time, when we talk about religion and when we talk about Catholics, there are many people that have come out to, make cases. Even boys will say, I was, attacked and harassed by this priest. And I'm talking about it from even the upper echelon. I'm talking about it, from Rome. You hear the stories from all over, all across board. But usually, it's something that is, this option usually comes in to say they want to handle it internally. Do you think this being handled internally has rather sickened the voice of people as opposed to making it more amplified for people to hear?
So me, I feel handling it internally is good.
Okay.
But it depends how you handle it. It depends how you handle it. For example, this situation now, the nun cried to the leader.
Right.
This is what is happening to me. You call the man. Why do you do this? If he does not have any, she says she has proof. She show you her proof. You send him somewhere else. If you don't want him to stay around there for the secret to be there, you send him somewhere else instead of sending her away. Right. You sending her away is like telling her, go and tell the world your story. That's what I feel.